This is Max Headroom. Max Headroom.
It's Wendy's and the Colonels, fried whoppers, and chicken McNuggets.
Remember Boy George? Well, oh, me neither. Hey, how you doing? Come on, sit down. What do you say to coffee? Oh, no, I'll get it. Next day I say, hi. I give him a smile and he cuts me dead. I don't know where I am with the guy.
Hey, who are you talking to?
What?
Are you cracking up?
Why?
All this mumbling and muttering, you got a head on your shoulders, use it.
And the nuclear powers have just denied rumors that the world's waters are being polluted by
Nuclear waste.
They say that the pollution is being caused not by them, but by all the dead fish we have today in the sea.
Okay.
Max! What I want to know is, why are the only funny lines on this show the ones behind me? An Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman, and a Frenchman, and an American, and a German, and I think an Australian. Okay, so there was this little Englishman, Irishman, Scotsman, an American, and a German, and possibly an Australian, and I think they were in a bar. No, isn't that stupid? I've forgotten it. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Radio rentals. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Warum haben die
Deutschen so eine hartliche Sprache?
das Nütze Ich war in einem deutschen Restaurant.
Ja.
Und der Ober brachte mir eine Suppe.
It's Wendy's and the Colonels, fried whoppers, and chicken McNuggets.
Of all the creatures in the cosmos, how come the moth is so stupid? It hates the light. It only comes out in the dark, and then it spends all night beating itself silly. And where? Against the light bulb. So if any of you Dumbo moths are listening, come out in the day. There's light everywhere. You know, I was walking around the city the other day, and it was so quiet you could have heard a window being smashed. It's strange, really. I suppose a lot of people are like windows. So many are
See-through.
so many get smashed. And so many wander around with a glazed look over them. Are you like a window? Is your life a pain? Hi. If you want to feel safer in your car, the most popular method is to buy a St. Christopher winning smile.
But why not?
And what most
People like to
do is hang it in their windscreen.
This
Is a good idea because it swings around and distracts you on long journeys, so you may soon find out if it works. So much for the law. And of course, one thing we associate with the law is courts. And courts rhymes with sorts. And yes, it takes all sorts to make a world. And the world is full of strange things. And one example of a thing is a bacon slicer. With all the aggression and violence around, don't you think that society could do with a few more
Cowards.
Yes.
cowards.
Yes, cowards. Isn't that what the military call people who prefer not to kill each other? So it's about time all you cowards came out of the closet and got to know one another. You can all help. If you see a fight starting,
Get the names and addresses of the people with their hands in their pockets, whistling or walking away. It may be simple, but it's a start.
I'm no librarian. In fact, I don't know what star sign I am. But as a famous person once said, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. And as another more famous person, once said, if you don't teach them to read, you can fool them whenever you like.
You know, I was singing that tune just the other day, and I got a kind of ringing in my ears, and suddenly I couldn't hear a thing. And I thought, if Beethoven was deaf as a post, how did he know what he was playing?
Hi there, televisionists. I'm here to warn you about video nasties. And what could be nastier than your video going on the blink? This could be bad news if you buy a video, but no problem if you rent one from Radio Rentals.
They'll sort you out in a jiffy.
And no video nasty bill. Which is why Radio Rentals say you'll be glued to our sets, not stuck with them. Now, yoga for beginners.
Who was it said that observing the United States is like watching an epic movie?
Oscar Wilde? Woody Allen?
Max Headroom. Just think, they've got an actor for a president, economic advisors called projectionists. Even their latest defense strategy is named after a film, Star Wars. And why pick on that one? Why not something gentler, like Kramer versus Kramer?
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
Excuse me, can somebody give me a cue there, please? Okay. Well, which camera am I working to? Well, if you just tell me, I'll do it. Tim, you want to organize that, please? Can you just do that one simple thing? All right, good.
There's Wendy's and the Colonels, fried whoppers, and chicken McNuggets.
Now we're in business. Yes, I'm sure they'd all love to know Simon Le Bon's favorite color, but what about the more important questions in the world, like who is it that loses that odd shoe you find lying in the gutter? And is it that same idiot who leaves one soaking wet glove stuck on a spike of the park railings? And the funny thing is, it's blue. Not the glove. Simon's favorite color.
Yeah, all right. It's the Max Cornelius Headroom Show where the pace is hot and the sounds are not. So watch this and put some pep in your step, some cut in your strut, roll in your stroke, glide in your stride, slick, and some burn up in your tune-up. Yeah. Well, I sit here and work out what I'm talking about.
Boy, you can't trust anyone in this business. You know, in a recent show, I suggested a new game show called Stake Your Bedroom Furniture. Well, I'm damned if there isn't a new game show coming out soon on a major network called Stroke the Piece of Furniture. All the contestant has to do is stroke one of the prizes, like a refrigerator, hi-fi system, or video cassette player, in a more loving and sexy way than the hostess, and they get to keep the prize. I'm keeping my mouth shut in future. I don't know what you think about this stuff, but we got to talk to the writer. What? Well, I don't have to do it if I don't want to do it. Who says? Okay, that's good enough for me. I'm very sorry, but I am not going to tell lies, not even little white ones. And certainly I won't be involved with huge, mind-boggling whoppers that make the truth sound like Alice in Wonderland. No, I leave all that to this spot in the show. Well, seems like the old Headroom career is taking off. I'm getting offers, I can tell you. Open this, host that, attend this, speak at that. It's weird. I always saw myself as a normal, friendly, happy-go-lucky sort of guy. Sure, I was always popular, but this, what?
Wow, it's really
Weird. Oh, I heard a hmm from upstairs. Yes, you didn't like that, did you?
But oh, shh.
Da da da. Da da da.
Straight jacket. Straight jacket. And I have to smile when I see you more ignorant people in record shops asking for the pure wool music and the deodorant tune. Of course, being a bit of an expert, I have a different problem. Last week I had to stand in a sweet shop and sing the whole of Handel's Messiah because I'd forgotten the name of my favorite chocolate bar. But to smile. There it is. You know, being a bit of a celeb, I was invited to a party this weekend. It's being thrown by a bunch of arms dealers. It's a sort of bring-your-own Molotov cocktail party. Now, that's what I like about arms dealers. They're very sociable. They don't mind who they mix with. Tee.
Little joke.
Anyway, sounds great. The invitations say I can bring an enemy. And we all have to arrive late, so there's a decent fight over the food. Actually, it's a buffet, but they'll sell you a knife if you want one. You know, it's a pity I can't make it, but I'm addressing a CND meeting that night. Well, sorry, I appear to have a fly in here. Okay, buddy, I can see you. Right, just take it easy. I'll bring you down. That's it. Relax. Wait, you're going around in circles. Oh, I see, you've lost a wing. That's tough. Right. Okay, let's try coming in a bit slower this time, huh? Hold it. No, throttle back. Throttle back. Left rudder. You're diving too steep. You're never gonna make it. Could be an air traffic controller.
A, B, C, D. E is for elephant. F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M is for Max. That's me. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T is for Tommy. U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
The Wendy's and the Colonels, Dwight Whoppers, and chicken McNuggets.